Road to Rock. London Calling by The Clash. The world of rock isn't just written with notes. It is forged in moments of chaos that hides secrets no one dares to tell. Some call it legend, others a curse. Turn up the volume. This is Road to Rock, and this is the story of London Calling by The Clash. By 1979, The Clash were too big to be a club secret and too restless to stay inside punk's tight frame. They had the noise, the speed, the politics. What they needed was a single statement that sounded like the whole city closing in at once. London Calling starts with a gesture that tells you everything about their attitude in that moment. That bass intro. Paul Simonon steps out front, not with flash, but with menace. One line, steady and heavy, like footsteps in an empty underpass. Then the band drops in, and suddenly it's not just punk, it's a warning siren with a groove. The co-writing credit goes to Joe Strummer and Mick Jones, and you can hear the division of labor. Strummer brings the voice and the urgency, the clipped phrasing that sounds like it was pulled off a street corner. Jones shapes the musical frame, tight guitar stamps, a hook that lands hard, and a structure that keeps expanding without losing impact. And over it all, Topper Headon plays like a drummer who is listening to everything, pushing the beat forward, but leaving just enough space for the words to bite. The trigger for the song was real life closing in. London felt tense, frayed, and overheated. The band were watching the headlines and the street mood, and Strummer was pulling those anxieties into a single broadcast. Not fantasy apocalypse, the kind of dread that comes from power cuts, social fear, and a sense that the center isn't holding. Recording brought another pressure, expectations. They were no longer the fast new band that could do anything and get forgiven. They were on a major label, and their manager Bernard Rhodes wanted ambition. The tension wasn't a fistfight, it was direction. How far could the Clash stretch before the punk audience cried sellout? They cut the track at Wessex Studios in North London with producer Guy Stevens. Wessex had a big room sound, and Stevens had a reputation for chaos in the service of feel. You can hear that pursuit of urgency in the take. The instruments are tight, but not sterile. The guitars have grit, the drums have room around them, and Strummer's vocals sounds like it's coming at you through cigarette smoke and fluorescent light. Musically, London Calling is punk with the brakes released. Mid-tempo, almost marching, built for fists in the air instead of just velocity. The verse rides that bass and drum lock. The chorus opens up and chants the title like a broadcast signal. Jones adds counterlines and accents rather than flashy solos, and the restraint is the point. The song is constructed to sound inevitable. When it hit, it gave the Clash a new kind of authority. It told the punk crowd they weren't abandoning the fight, they were widening the battlefield. And for everyone outside punk, it was a doorway, a hard-edged band with discipline, hooks, and something to say. In 1979, London Calling didn't just capture a moment. It proved the Clash could turn pressure into architecture and make it ring. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like.